Well, good morning, everybody. This is Monday. This is December the 23rd, 2024.
And it's not that cold, so that I can move these tarps around a little bit.
It was 2 weeks ago today that Stephen had that fateful DOT inspection. It was Monday, December the 9th. 2 weeks ago today that we had that DOT inspection from the pit, from Hades.
Well, from TMI, but here's the thing that I'm finding out. The kid was more accurate than I realized. I mean, so when I first just look at his writings and stuff, I'm like, I questioned everything that he had. But the more I go through everything that he's saying was bad, he's right on. They're bad because the yokes were bad, just like he said they were bad. The center of the drive line was bad, just like he said they were bad. And even though that this truck had no oil coming out of the rear ends, as soon as I jacked it up and put it on stands, the next morning oil started leaking out of the seals. So far what the kid said was wrong with it, everything is right on the buttons. There's things with everything is wrong that he said was wrong. Plus I found more wrong stuff. For one, he didn't get that far because he stopped his inspection, but it wouldn't have passed the inspection anyway because the air compressor takes a really long time to build up air. And while I was under there taking the driveline out, I noticed that the air dryer is spitting out oil. So that means the air compressor is old, passing oil through the rings. That's why it takes forever for it to build up air compressor pressure, and it's blowing oil through the system. So I have to replace. That's what I'm fixing to do now. I got to get the air compressor off, and I got to get the air dryer off because both of those are they're cores, and the air compressor is $535 with the core, and the air dryer specific to this truck is $424. Typically they're $150, but the one for this truck was $424. That's with the core. So I have to. We're expecting rain, and so I got to re-drape my tarps here on the back to keep the rain from going down. Because I had these going down first, rain would have just rolled down underneath. So I'm gonna get this one and hook it up underneath so the rain will come down and then keep rolling off.
Like water off a duck's back.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. But what I'm doing today is I got to get those two cores off, and my drive line is being built today. It's probably going to be high dollar. It's going to be every bit of $2,000, between $2,000 and $3,000. So it's going to be brand new, everything. So even the tube itself. So it is what it is, and when that's being built, when that gets back, should be done tomorrow. Then I had to buy a tool to do these bushings, and that won't be in until the 28th. And so, and I got brake chambers coming because that one blew the front out, and I figure, well, they may not be bad, but I'll change them anyway. They're only $45, so. So everything he said was wrong, plus more.
Wow. Yeah, I know how upset you were 2 weeks ago to get that TMI DOT inspection. It was very, very upsetting. And you didn't really believe it.
Well, I had no idea that this truck needed that much work. I mean, work means time down and money spent. That's what that means. So, time down and money being spent. It's not me being up and making money. So.
Right. We sent you off 2 weeks ago for orientation and thought that you were going to be making money for 2 weeks, and no, it didn't happen like that.
I wanted to get a couple weeks worth of work in before Christmas. That didn't pan out.
Well, the first time Steven tarped up this truck, I missed all the action because I was not here, and I can't film something if I'm not here. So that's that goes without saying. If I'm not here, I can't film it. So he tarped up this
Yeah,
truck.
it's not very cold today, but the other day when it was really cold, I had the turbo heater up under there running. So this is to keep me dry. I got wood down there to work on, as you can see, so keep me out of the dirt. And so I can keep dry and keep warm. This is my bay.
Oh yeah, this is your bay, your open air bay with tarps. Obviously, you see we have an outbuilding. It is a standalone freestanding garage, but it's not big enough to put this Freightliner. And we don't even have a paved floor. We only have river rock gravel. We don't even have a concrete floor in this standalone garage. And we've lived here for 20 years. We've been in this house for 20 years, and we've never been able to make that a priority to get concrete in that outbuilding, which we've wanted to do for years, but other things are more pressing at different times.
So now what I'm gonna do is put this tarp up there that way and put that one over the top of that tarp. The water will roll off.
But the way you had
I had it, it just went underneath.
would have just gone underneath.
And everything would have got wet, and that would have defeated the purpose.
I sure am glad you didn't get rid of these big, huge, monstrous tent
How many
tarps.
of those tarps are on the back of that forklift there? How many of those bungees?
Oh, the bungees, okay. I know that you let some of your tarps go when we got rid of the
The new ones.
so you let all the new tarps go.
Yeah. Well, the ones Bob had were new too, but they were 6. But all my 4s and 8s were all new. Remember I just ordered all those.
And you let them go with the truck?
Yeah.
Oh boy. That was a giveaway.
Yeah, he definitely got the better end of the deal.
We're talking about, for those of you all that are not too familiar with our story, back in May, as in 7 months ago at the end of May.
So the reason why I did that was because we're having issues with the family, and I couldn't deal with it by being on the road.
Right, so we got rid of the Freightliner and the flatbed, which this is the first time ever that Steven has owned a truck and not a trailer. He's owned a truck and not a trailer. It's the first time that's ever happened. So the only reason why you got rid of all those tarps is because you didn't think you'd ever get back into trucking again.
Yeah, no,
Surprise, surprise. How many times has that happened?
this will be the 5th time.
Just too many
3rd time, 5th time. This is my 5th truck.
times. Just
This is my 5th truck.
so you've had 3 Peterbilts and now 2 Freightliners.
Yeah.
You had 2
Beautiful Peterbilt.
2 white
The big
Peterbilts.
one only had 500,000 miles on it. It was a beautiful truck.
You've had a red Peterbilt. You've had 2 white
And
Peterbilts.
the 2005 white one, it wasn't a very nice truck when I got it, but when I was done with it, it was a nice truck.
So in 20 years, he's had 2 white Peterbilts and a beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous red Peterbilt.
The first Peterbilt I ever had was my first truck I ever had, and I didn't succeed with it. I really screwed up with that one.
That was 20 years ago. So now we're on our second Freightliner.
I'll be taking this light off.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, all the plastic on it's old and broken, cracked. So I'll take it off. Not right now, but I'll eventually take it off.
Well, Stephen, I guess we better hold on to this truck. We're going to put all
I
that...
don't know how much longer I'm going to hold on to it, but...
Well, we're fixing to dump a whole lot of money into it.
Not fixing to, already have.
Oh, already have. That's right. I stand corrected. Already have. As in, yeah, this truck's already eaten many dollars.
I had to borrow 30 grand just to do this job. That wasn't for so much for the parts, but I have to, I have to survive too, so had to borrow 30 grand just to get through this and do all this maintenance. This time of year.
Yeah, we're at 2 days before Christmas.
And I'm sure I'll end up using every penny of that. Because every time I look, I find something else that needs to be done.
So how are you all spending your Christmas week? I bet you're not tarping up a semi. You're not ready to break in the new coveralls yet?
I don't want to step on those batteries. I guess I'm going to have to.
So do you have it fixed now where the rain can't get through? What was that look for?
You see me working on it. Does it look like I'm done with it?
Well, I mean, but the way you have it angled now, I mean, I know you're still working on it, but the way you fixed it where the rain will roll off.
Yeah, see now this tarp is on top of that tarp.
Okay.
That tarp is on top of this tarp.
Right.
The way it was, I had this one on top of that one. And when the water would drain, it would just drain. It would drain with the first tarp. Now it will come off that tarp and go down this tarp.
That makes sense.
That's all I'm doing.
Well, you said you checked the weather and you know the rain's coming tomorrow.
Rain will be here tomorrow. So it'll be the first rain since I tarped it. And the reason why, I mean, when you look, it was really soft out here. And they said it's going to be windy too, so I got to make sure I get them on really.
You were the star of another video. Somebody actually said that you were the star of the video. You know that? Your brother's nice and toasty and warm on the inside. But somebody actually said that you were the star of the video. Check that out. You like my boots? Kitty cat likes my boots. They said the cat's star of the video. We love our black kitties. Here, smile for the camera.
Okay.
That's too bad you got a hole in that tarp right there.
Yeah, that was
That's too bad. What
that was a video right there where they promised me that they would. I was going to refuse the load of machinery. It had to be tarped up. I said, nah, forget it. Well, they guaranteed me that they would wrap all the machinery so that it wouldn't cut my tarps. And they said that they would tarp it for me. I made it about 5 miles down the road. I turned around and told them to take it off my truck, and they owed me a set of tarps. Never got the money. I was out a day's worth of work, and they destroyed my tarps.
What?
That's why I ended up getting new tarps.
What kind of? And those are the ones that you gave the man with the truck?
Yeah,
The brand new ones?
yeah. And the ones that replaced these.
How much did you pay for those tarps?
These here, Dan the man, when I first went to work for him, and I got the red peat and that first trailer, he sold me these. He charged me $500 a piece. Now you can get them $250 a piece, so he charged me double. But I told him about it, he said, "Well, I got to make money somewhere."
So he knew he was doing that.
Yeah, so he admitted it, but what's a man gonna do? So anyway, I paid $500 a piece for these two tarps.
So that's $1,000 in tarps right there?
Yeah, but that was 12 years ago, so they made their money over and over and over.
Right. But the ones that you gave away in May, how much did you pay for those?
I paid $500 for the set.
So that was a $500 bonus for the man taking the
I
blank.
gave that guy come out way ahead. I gave him a gift.
Your train horn.
I gave him my train horns, which were worth $2,400. Or 1952 train horns, Leslie Typhoon train horns. I rebuilt them the best I could. I played them right here for him. I gave him those. I spent 3 years building and tweaking and working on that truck, making it what it was. It was an eye catcher. It was a good truck. Had the full gauge package. She was a large car. She was a nice truck. And the trailer was a piece of garbage. It needed to come off the road. And yeah, so then I gave them all the gear, all the chains and the binders, the headache rack, the toolbox, and and the tarps, bungees, everything you needed for flatbed. I gave them all that.
And then he turned around, and you said you haven't seen it back yet on Facebook Marketplace?
No, I'm sure somebody bought that up. He put it up, the whole thing that I gave him for 40 grand, it was gone like 2 days later. I'm sure. That was as an eye catcher.
Yeah.
That black truck with those flames.
Silver flames, yeah.
She was an eye catcher.
But what do you have to do? You have to die to stuff like that. We got a track.
Family first.
We got a track loader that.
So my family came before the truck did, so I had to let it go. I gotta have those up high enough to where I gotta come in here, take all that off. The wheels have to come off because I gotta put in all new wheel seals. 2 of them went bad, the rest of them will go bad. So I'm gonna change the wheel seals. All of them. I remember folding these tarps here in 50 below wind.
50 below
Yeah,
wind.
they were like freaking trying to fold up. It's like folding up a freaking piece of wood. These things, look at, they're already thick. And imagine what they'd be like in 50 below. Man, I was out there stomping on them, rolling on them, doing everything I could to get them to fold up.
Well, that's good that you can use the forklift to as a support.
I mean, why it's here, right? You know, no need to move it. I mean, it's jacked up the truck for me. It's on jack stands. See?
Oh. Oh, wow.
So all the wheels are off the ground, so I can take them off. So we gotta set my shop up where I can use it right now. Cat was, when I came out here, October was
Underneath?
no, he was over there sitting on top of the tarps, guarding the tools.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
He was guarding the tools?
He wouldn't even get up. I said, come on, get up. He was like, right here.
He was right there guarding. Instead of a guard dog,
He was
we
all
had...
cozy and everything. Get up there.
Ah, so instead of having a guard dog, we have a guard cat.
He was watching Daddy's tools.
We love our cats.
So now, see, I got this up high now, so where I can just bungee this up. See? I'll bungee that up so I can, like this. Somewhere back there.
And here's your heater to keep you warm. And your plywood.
See, I just bungee this up like this. That way I can get to these wheels and take them off. But this one here, the way it is, now has oil coming out of the seal. I'm a little concerned because he said he replaced the wheel seals on this. It may have been the other side. I guess I could check his logbook. But if they replace the wheel seals on this side and they're leaking again, you can see the oil down there on that board.
Oh, Steven, you're not kidding. I do see that.
Yeah, so if they're leaking and this is the second time leaking, then there's something's causing it. So I'll have to find out what that is.
I do see that. And this is what the TMI DOT person was saying?
Yeah, but see, there was no oil on the outside anywhere. I guess he had one of those cameras where you can look down in there
Right.
and saw it. So that's why I got to get the wheels off, change all the wheel seals. But while I'm looking at the wheel seals, I'll have to check the bearings and the axles. And if he's replaced them before and it's doing it again, something's causing it. It's probably the bearings are shot. Probably needs bearings. I won't know that until I get in there and look at them. But none of the, as you can see, none of the maintenance has been done from the front axle to the back axle. Mm-hmm. So more likely it needs bearings.
My goodness.
So you can add that to the cost. To the ever-growing bill. I want to be done before Trump takes office.
Yes, you were saying in a conversation this morning that we had that you would like to be on the road by inauguration.
I do.
Well, inauguration is January 20th, and this is December the 23rd. So today is 12/23. Inauguration is January 20th.
Well, I won't be making money. Find me someplace to hook this.
So these are the conditions that he's going to be working in. He had to go get some plywood because this is the ground, obviously, the wet, rocky, muddy ground. So he had to go get some plywood cut and lay that up underneath there. And then he's got his turbo heater. So
today, right now, I'm just fixing those tarps where the water will roll down off the truck. Because, like I said earlier, I had it backwards, this tarp underneath. And when it would rain, the rain would go down that tarp and just down on the ground. So now when the rain comes down, it'll get on this tarp and follow and go on off to the back of the truck. It won't go underneath. So, and now I got to get the air compressor off for a core and get the air dryer off for a core. I'm thinking that the air dryer would be $157, you know, because that's about the going price for them. But this one is Pacific. It's $4.94. Not happy about that. Just money, 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 money. All right, I guess I'm almost set up to go to work. Get one more bungee. You see my turbo here, that's for when it gets cold. Alright. Left over from the last job. Getting the driveline out. That driveline is going to cost me anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. I mean, it was toast. Everything on it was toast. The yokes were bad. The bearings were bad. And the driveline was completely shot. So this rear end is only 2 years old. And it's got, when you turn the yoke, it goes back and forth quite a lot, but I need to pull the plug and see if there's any metal in it. If there's any metal, then I'll have to drop the diff. If there's no metal in it, then I won't have to worry about it. In fact, I can do that right now. Just check that out and see what I need a half inch. I don't have my lights. I have my lights. All right, okay. I need a crescent wrench. See, hopefully and pray there's no metal on that plug. If there is, I'll have to drop that diff. Where's my big? There we go.
now, what are you doing again?
You see that cardboard in front of the tire there?
I see this cardboard that you're
On
wearing.
the other side of the tire. See it?
Yes.
Pull it out. There should be a clean side. Pull it out. Pull it out.
Okay.
And flip it over so it has a clean side.
Okay.
See the clean side?
I'm working on it. No, they're both dirty.
Well, one side doesn't have mud on it.
That's pretty scary. I'm laying underneath the semi truck on jacks. I see some holes. Oh, that's kind of sad. I see some pinholes up there. I'm looking up above the tarps, and I see some pinholes. So I guess the rain will still come through.
Well, guess what?
What is that?
I'm going to be pulling the diff out.
Well, what are you holding?
That is the magnet.
Okay.
And it's got metal all over it.
And you were saying that if it's got metal all over it?
I'd be pulling the diff.
Oh, boy.
And that's $3,000 right there.
Oh, no.
Not to mention I got to pull it out and put it in.
So what does the metal represent?
It means there's excessive wear. See all the metal on it? That's metal right there, see?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. It looks like a caterpillar.
Yeah.
That looks like a caterpillar.
That means the rear end is bad.
Oh.
I'm Big Belly.
And I'm Bumbles.
And together we're
Big Belly Bumbles.
See you later.
Big Belly Bumbles.